All right, you want to actually start our podcast?
Let's do it.
Well, hi, hello, good evening, salutations. I wanted to see if you could keep up. You did really good keeping up this week.
Off.
If you're new to the podcast, I said hi, hello, good evening, salutations. Welcome back to the Headaches and Hot Takes podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Chaperian. I've really got bad allergies going on right here. Allergies, my cats are messing me up. I'm really swollen over here. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, you got a little puffiness on the eye, yeah.
I got Zyrtec. We'll see if throughout the course of this episode it gets better. I took Zyrtec. It should be hitting the system.
Drop a name brand.
Right into the IV, right?
Wow,
Dropping what?
Right.
Name brand?
Buying the name brand drugs.
I took Loratadine, or cetirizine hydrochloride. Before I got on to he did what in this cup?
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
I do know that. It's so funny you said name brands, and that's one of the few that I do know the legitimate term for. It's so dumb.
Okay.
This is the Headaches and Hot Takes podcast. I'm your host, Chaperian.
Hello.
That over there is my co-host, Hern. Celebrating a Stanley Cup champion. We also know him as Frio Iristo, a.k.a. the mixed-handed, hot-handed Johnny Cool Hand Man, a.k.a. the Route 44 boy. The Hern Eater, bro. What's good, my man?
So was this week the first time you've ever had or seen a Route 44?
Yes, you told me. We talked about it on the podcast. You were like, they have an extra large. It's called a Route 44, I think, right? Mm-hmm. Is that what you get the Blizzard equivalents in?
No, I got like a large Blizzard. Which
I was going to say, you get a Route 44 Blizzard gravel. You're not making it to 40.
Yeah, you said gravel. What's a gravel?
I thought they called theirs a gravel. Don't they call them gravels?
They're called blasts.
Blasts.
They're called blasts.
Who does gravels? I wonder if that's Freddy's Steak Burgers. You know them?
It sounds like you put two names. You Casey Anthony that name. You just put two names together. I have no idea what you just now said.
Who has the gravels? Now I gotta see. I don't know. My Google is not wanting to work. It's insisting I'm not on Wi-Fi right now, which would be.
Don't you love that?
An act of God, considering we're.
It's crazy.
Video chatting right now.
Literally video chatting this.
Who has the ice cream?
Arby's.
I don't think it's them. Call me crazy.
We have the gravels.
Yeah, I asked you. I think you didn't answer me though. When I was like, "Hey, this is what you get the gravels in." You're like, "What this bro say?"
Yeah, because then we responded to something else not too long after that. But yeah, I get the Route 44 for a drink.
Oh, it's Jenny's ice cream. You know Jenny's?
No, I haven't heard of Jenny's.
Yeah, it's they do like, I would guess kind of bougie, kind of not. They're trying to be like bougie or ice cream, but it's more so like Olive Garden compared to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the world's finest ice cream, but it is better than like Breyer's ice cream. Or
but people freak out over it and act like it's the best thing out there.
Yeah, it is really good. It's actually really nice. But they do gravels. I never had one, but that's what they do. So it's just Blizzards, or they grovel.
They grovel for gravel.
How does it feel, sir? Well, I don't want to change the conversation here, actually. Yes, that's my first time I've ever had a Route 44. My wife is addicted to the Dirty Dr. Peppers. Have you seen those?
A dirty Dr. Pepper.
Dude, they're freaking delicious.
Baby.
Delicious.
Give me that Dr. Pepper and make it dirty.
Yeah, actually on the app, you have to click Make It Dirty. And she went and got one right before we started recording tonight. I hate that. I hate that so much.
I don't have
Arby's. And Make It Dirty.
I don't get my Dr. Peppers unless they're filthy. Unless they're just rank.
God, I hate that you're editing this episode. I can't just cut that out. I was considering, as you were saying that, I was like, I'm just going to talk over you and mute you, but like leave your video in. So it looks like you're talking, but you're not coming through.
Mic issues.
God, it's so funny.
What is a dirty Dr. Pepper?
It is a Dr. Pepper with coconut cream, okay? Or it's cream, coconut syrup, and lime is what it is. Cream, coconut syrup, and lime. It's freaking amazing. It's so good, dude. It's unlike any other soda I've ever had.
Yeah, I'd say so. That's definitely pretty unique sounding.
Dude, it's delicious.
I don't know. I haven't. I won't knock it until I try it.
You need to try it once. Hey, and I learned this week, thanks to my wife, who is addicted to them. It's always happy hour on the app.
Really?
Did you know that? Yeah, half price drinks on the app all the time.
Wow. So you just put your order in, they go pick it up, and you get half price drinks.
She puts it in like usually as we're pulling in, and it's for a Route 44, it's 3 something still. But I mean, it's like 44 ounces, brother.
It's like, it's like 3 regular drinks. So,
yeah. A large regular is only like $1 or like 2 something for a Route 44 with happy hour. So something like that.
Okay. There you have it. See, there you go.
So how does it feel, sir, to have watched one of your teams win a freaking championship, just like I said they were going to do? How's it feel?
That was surreal. That was
surreal. Huh?
You can check my tweets. I was sure we were going to lose it all after we lost Game 6. I was like,
sure were.
I was like, sports are pain. They've never done nothing for me. All I've done is been hurt by all my sports teams. And that overall, other than this year, is still the truth. But man, that moment. And something I was talking about with you just now, right before we hit record. I really appreciated it. I honestly liked overall how close it was. Because it was intense. It was literally adrenaline straight for the whole third period. The entire third period
was crazy.
It was insane, dude.
How did Bobrovsky not get the Conn Smythe? Dude,
I don't know.
They
people
put
like
that man through baptism by fire in that third period. All game. I texted you, I think, in the second period, and was like, dude, they're going crazy right now, and have not scored again.
He was old Bobby again. I don't know. He had a little bit of a slump there. Games
8 goals,
4,
buddy,
5, and 6.
in that one game.
Yeah. But he came back. That's what matters. See, I honestly appreciated that it was close because the entire time, man, it was adrenaline up until that clock hit 0. That was nice. It's. I told you if you're playing in the Super Bowl and you're up 2 touchdowns with the ball, just kneel it out. Like I'm not saying it's not exciting. I'm not saying it's boring. I'm not saying it's not exciting by any means. But that adrenaline, literally, like something could happen with 0.2 seconds left. You don't know. That was something else. That was nice.
It's scary though, dude. I mean,
it was
not a championship game, but that just makes me think of how it was this year's Michigan-Ohio State game. Michigan up 6. Ohio State gets the ball, of course, down 6. Sub 2 minutes. I'm like, brother, that's one play. Not looking good, man. One play and it's over, and we picked it off with like a minute left, and I was like, dang, okay.
Hey, okay.
I screamed. Okay. I scared my mother and father-in-law's dog and stuff like that. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah, you got to. I almost cried over this. And I've been, admittedly, I've not been into hockey. I think this is like my 3.5 year being into it. So
just, if you've not had the pain, like I heard a freaking Boston Red Sox fan being like, these past 4 years have been so bad. Dude, they're like middle of the league. There's half the league is worse than them. There's not even like the bottom of the barrel. There are 15 teams worse than them on average over this time period. And they're like, it's been so hard. I don't want to hear it. If you've not actually been through the ringer, you don't know what it really means. Okay?
Right.
So
I saw a TikTok of a guy who apparently was like literally born and raised in South Florida, been a Panthers fan his whole life. I mean, he was literally like sobbing, jumping up and down as the clock hit 0, whatever. And I was like, that will be me if the Finns ever somehow pull it out, because I have suffered for almost 2 decades now.
Yeah. So. I didn't get emotional, like sad anyways, when Michigan won the national championship, but I did cry when we won the Rose Bowl. Because, I mean, to me, it was like, and like if you ask Michigan fans too, it's kind of like, I think this is a common thought. The Rose Bowl feels like the bigger game. It feels like the championship game looking back. We won by 7 in overtime against Alabama. We were down in the fourth quarter. We were down 10 in the fourth quarter, if I'm not mistaken. It was like, this is GG's, bro. We're not even making it this year. We're going to lose to a 1-loss team. Alabama's going to be back in it again. And we barely tied it. Almost choked it away going into overtime. Obviously, won in overtime. That's when I was crying. Because I was just like,
that's fair.
Oh my God, we are playing for the national championship. And then even though it was kind of close for most of the game, it was never more than a 2-score game until late in the fourth quarter. National championship was kind of a breeze, bro. they couldn't get it to go on offense. Washington couldn't. They couldn't get it going. They just couldn't.
Yeah.
And so,
That's
I
fair.
told you it was like 7 minutes left. I knew it was over. I called my dad. I said, how does it feel to be a fan of the national champion Michigan Wolverines? 7 minutes left. So, what were we going to say?
I don't need your help. I'm just letting you know I'm going to win the $1 million.
Love that crap, bro.
Kind of what y'all did there. Yeah. I don't know, dude. It's surreal. And it is funny, like, people making fun of us included, but like the people who freak out and cry over sports, whatever it is. I told my wife, I was like, it is, like the guy equivalent of whenever girls are watching The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, and they're crying, oh no, Johnny, oh no. We're like, that's so stupid. This team does not know I exist.
Equivalent though, because they're not going to care. They don't care year in, year out about those specific people.
Yeah, it is slightly different, but it's definitely like this team does not know I exist.
That's like crying when Derek Gray, that's his name, right? Derek Gray on Grey's Anatomy gets killed. What's his name? Derek Shepard? Derek Gray?
Derek Shepard.
Who's Gray? Is there a Gray?
Gray is like the main character, Grey's Anatomy.
Okay. It's based off the book Grey's Anatomy, of course, like the book they use in school and stuff. But yeah, I didn't know. I assumed that it was Derek Gray because I thought Patrick Dempsey's character was the main character. So it's not.
He is one of the main characters, and whenever he dies,
like crying when he gets
the
killed.
show starts to go to absolute crap. You might as well stop watching after Derek dies.
Same was when any main character leaves any show for the most part, dude.
That show was so bad about it, dude. Now I wonder like what percentage of the original cast is there. It's got to be like 10.
Dude, I'm on season 9 of Chicago PD. Okay, we've watched it. I don't think you made it this late, though, right?
They're starting to do it. Nah, you're definitely ahead of me now. Then.
Okay, well, I don't know if you knew this part or not. Freaking Jay Halstead leaves. He hasn't left in the part that I'm at yet. I heard that he leaves.
Okay, maybe you're not where I'm at yet. That's like the last episode I saw was Jay left. I was like, I'm out. I'm not out, but I'm like, I don't care. I don't know
what's gonna happen because I mean, this is major spoiler alerts. If you care about Chicago PD, then I doubt you're listening to this podcast. But if you do, skip forward about 2.5 minutes, okay? I give you 5 or 6 seconds here before I get back into the conversation. Go ahead, do that, because I'm going to spoil a little bit. But Jay and Haley just got engaged, okay? I know it's not going to work out, bro, because Jay leaves. I know he leaves. That sucks. I hate that I know that. But also, how does Jay leave? It was just 1 season ago that I got to the point that you foreshadowed for me, or I think straight up told me about. Voight tells Jay, this is going to be your unit someday. Mm-hmm. They didn't even keep him in the show, but what, 2 or 3 more seasons after that? Come on.
That was peak. Whenever they were arguing over like how the unit's going to be ran, and it was JV Voight. I love that.
It was good, dude.
It was great.
Good.
It was great. And then I can't stand Haley. I can't stand
What?
her. I don't like her, dude. I like her.
I like her a lot. Do you don't like her at all?
I don't like her for Jay. No. We are girl gossiping about Chicago PD right now. I don't like her.
We're a bachelor wedding over this.
Yeah, we are.
Well, you don't like either of the girls on the show then, because you don't like Kim Burgess either.
I like Burgess. My family, like everyone else that I ever talked to, hates Burgess. But I like Burgess.
You like Erin Lindsay, who's gone now?
Erin was perhaps one of my least favorite female characters on a show ever.
She's so bad.
Could not stand her.
She's terrible, and the fact that she was Voight's number 1 pissed me off, bro. That was her whole character. Obviously, was that Voight kind of saved her from being a junkie on the street. Yeah. But this is our podcast. I can say what I want to.
Yeah.
I was begging for Bunny Lindsay, Erin Lindsay, Bunny Lindsay, I guess would be her name. Whatever her last name is. Bunny. Erin's mom. Bunny. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I wanted her shot and killed. Straight up. I wanted her murdered. What a bullcrap, awful, terribly written character. Terrible person. Want to punch him through the screen.
Yep.
And then the way that they wrote Lindsay anytime her mom was around was god awful, and they never recovered from it. The show started in seasons 1, 1.5, whatever. I'm like, she's cool, yeah. And then, God, it was just downhill fast. And by the time she left, I was like, good freaking riddance. Stay gone. I'm good.
I am alone in that. Everybody in my family that watches it loves Erin Lindsay, whatever the crap her name is. Is her name Erin Lindsay? I don't know. She had 2 first names.
Yes.
I like that anyway. I'm the only one that doesn't like her. Everybody else hates her. I'm the only one that likes Burgess. Everybody else hates her.
I like Burgess. So. She's not my favorite. She makes some dumb decisions. Like, she just got shot and kidnapped and shot during this time that I'm talking about, where like Jay
stupid
and
woman.
Whatever. Dude, she has been through the ringer And she shows up to get a guy who has, I mean, this is gory if you're squeamish or whatever. This guy was pimping out and then ended up killing 11-year-old girls. Okay? He shot 3 of them. Point blank. Because he knew he was about to get caught. So he put them up, shot them, whatever. They found the bodies. That's what it is. They're rolling up to try to catch this guy. They're spread out at like 8 different locations, right? But they have plans. She rolls up by herself. She's like, all right, I'm en route.
That's right.
And then no one follows her. And her window is down when she gets there. I'm at the location. The guy goes, hey, officer, on the steering wheel, whatever. I'm like, why was her window down?
Dude,
it's not real.
I can't stand.
It's not real.
At times, admittedly, I can be terrible to watch TV and or movies with.
Agreed.
Because when stuff like that happens, I'm like, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. Like, that would never happen. That should never happen anyway. I sent my wife a TikTok. Bridgerton, that show that's real big on Netflix right now.
I'm not going to watch Bridgerton, bro. I'm not going to watch Bridgerton.
There's a scene, this girl, like, they're like some, like, it looks like a parade. It's like a festival, whatever. And there's a hot air balloon. The hot air balloon becomes rogue, and it's like not tied down to nothing, it's just like drifting across the thing. Which I guess a hot air balloon, the basket probably it looks big. It probably
they're
like,
big. They could do
over.
some damage. Yeah.
Yeah. It starts moving towards this woman. The clip lasts like 30 seconds, and it literally the TikTok went on to compare it to that Austin Powers scene where the guy's like no
for like a long time,
and the steamroller's like 100 yards away and he doesn't move. That's almost what happened. She sits there and she just stands there as this thing is coming at her, and then she tries to back up. She doesn't go perpendicular to it like so many people in movies and shows do.
Blows my mind. Yes,
I
only
can't
in
stand
TV
it,
shows.
Can't stand it. So she backs up and she falls. Which first off, she's then laying on the ground. So the thing has a very small margin where it actually could hit her at this point. It would have to be 6 inches off the ground to hit her and do damage because she's now laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Very small window it'd have to be in. Then she's like, and she can't get up. And it lasts like 30 seconds, dude. Like people like trying to grab the ropes and stop it, whatever. A guy runs over and like cradles her, which means he's just going to get hit by a hot air balloon. And then everything stops. I was like, this is so
what a bunch of idiots.
Stupid.
I'm not watching that show.
I can't, dude. I can't.
We're talking about people getting replaced, though, to kind of reel it back in a little bit. And if you look at the day one cast of Chicago PD and who's there, just at the point that I'm watching, I know Jay Halstead leaves, so I'll count him as gone. There's Hank Voight still there. Trudy Platt still there. Not in the intelligence unit, for what it's worth. She's not in the unit. She's still there. Kevin Atwater there. Kim Burgess there. Adam Ruzek there. That's only 4 from the unit that are still there. Because Halstead's gone. Rest in peace, my boy Olinsky. They did him wrong. The writers did him dirty.
He was great.
The actor didn't want to leave. They wanted. Don't get me started. If you want to join my Chicago PD Discord server, we'll talk about it in there. I'm just kidding. That's not a real thing. But they did him wrong. Remember Jin in season 1? Probably not.
Yeah, he was the IT guy.
He was their IT guy. Yeah. Killed him off. Kind of quick, bro.
Yeah.
Antonio Dawson, I don't think he's going to come back. He's gone in rehab. He's been gone in rehab for a season. I think he's done.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
He left for a little bit to go do his own show that he was going to be one of the big members on. It got canceled during its first season. There's only like 5 episodes of it. God. So then the way they wrote it in was, you going to help us on this case? Like, yeah, I have some free time between when we're whatever in court and stuff. Okay, and then he's just around all the time again. Permanently. I'm like, I'm not stupid. It's kind of funny, though, knowing, like, peel the curtain back. Like, oh, the show got canceled 5 episodes in. They wrote him off to go to an adjacent show. Adjacent show got canceled 5 episodes in.
Guess who's back?
Right. Did you want to be like, you lost your promotion in 3 weeks? Like,
Right.
They're all gone, bro.
Yeah.
They're all gone, man.
Sucks. I do like Atwater. Atwater,
bro, what a
like
beast.
being from episode 1 Atwater to what he is now.
He's
great. I like Atwater.
The growth, man. The growth.
Yeah. He's like one of my favorites.
I didn't love Ruzek in the early seasons either, and I really liked him now.
No.
But I like him now. I like him now. Yeah, he's grown on me a lot. And then it was kind of the other way around. Early seasons, I loved Kim, and I didn't really like Ruzek when they were like an item. And then over time, I'm not flipped, and now I'm like, now she's the idiot. And he's the smart one, whatever. I don't know.
Shocking.
But right now, she's in a hospital bed, 2 bullet holes, barely made it, would not have made it if it was real. I mean, this might be their biggest stretch ever. For a show that does make sure people die, the first episode, one of the members of the intelligence unit dies, if you remember. Dawson's partner.
Face. Yeah.
Yes, dude. Yes. First episode, right? And it's out of nowhere, bro. Like, I'm going to go in. Okay, Dawson's there. She goes, knock, knock. Shotgun through the door in her face, bro. She goes, knock, knock. And I was like,
they set the tone. They set the tone pretty early.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Yeah. It was funny, though, because I did somewhat see it coming. Because my wife and I had seen later episodes. We were like, I don't know her. Yeah.
Who is that? Yeah.
And I said, like, well, I don't know what that means.
Yeah. She's not here for too long.
I'm going to say this, and I'll end this Chakra PD conversation. I'm 9 seasons deep, bro. And I don't think I've disagreed with a decision Hank Voight has made a single time yet. That
He's
guy
great.
has the
He's
strongest moral compass ever. He's just chaotic good.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Uh-huh.
Oh, you were pimping out and shot multiple 11-year-old girls and one of ours, who we don't know if she's alive yet. You ain't making it to the station, buddy. Let me just put it that way, bro. Okay. I don't care if I got to go to jail. You ain't making it to the station. What'd you say?
We're going to take a little ride.
You like that? You like that line?
Yeah.
You and me are going to take a ride.
He's always like looking like this, even though he's shorter than like everybody on the show. And he's always like moving his head when he talks.
He was trying to get that guy, and he barges in this guy's house, whatever, right? After he'd already been there, right? He kicks the door down. He's like, I told you I ain't got nothing. He walks in, he shoves him right into his chair. I'm like, God, what a scary man. And his voice, that's a really scary voice for an actor. Yeah. I'm like,
it's so small.
Shorter than me, but I'd be scared of him.
It's such a small thing, and it really does scratch like the caveman, like, oh, like guy with gun, cool, like whatever. But like how Hank is always one-handed with his gun. He doesn't give a crap. He's just
slow
walking around
too,
like,
and he's like hobbling.
Yeah,
he's like,
he doesn't care.
No, bro. One thing you ain't gonna see though, he ain't gonna run. I don't think he's ran one time in 9 seasons. I don't think he has.
Yeah, he's just gonna walk and get
Yeah. If there's running scenes or chase scenes, he's conveniently not with the group. Like it's conveniently only other people. I've noticed that. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Question for you. Another water cooler talk this week. I hope this is going to be a weekly thing. I don't even know who's posting this. I got a question for you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like, okay.
Self-serve ice cream, or not self-serve. I'm sorry. Soft serve. Okay. Soft serve ice cream, or hard scoop ice cream. Pick.
Tell me the difference.
Soft serve is McDonald's ice cream machines or Ryan's buffet, Golden Corral buffet. Comes out of the machine, you gotta pull the lid, it goes, and then it'll come out, and it is really soft.
Okay. Hard is like you go to a Cold Stone.
Yeah, they have it. They'll scoop it out and they'll make it for you. Whatever. That's every other variation of ice cream. I like soft serve.
No competition.
To me, it's not a hard thing.
No,
because you have so much less variety with soft serve.
Right.
Way less.
I would rather have. Also, I feel like when you go to the, is it called what's the soft serve and what's the other one called?
A hard scoop.
Hard scoop. I think with hard scoops, like I love putting like the toppings and stuff like in the ice cream, and obviously I don't think you ever get that with soft serve.
No, you don't. No,
unless you would call Blizzard soft serve.
It's not. No, it might be. Hold on.
It comes out of the little thing.
It might be. Soft. Yeah, they do the thing. It's all vanilla or chocolate ice cream as the base, isn't it?
I think a Blizzard might be technically soft serve. But it's definitely like the bougie soft serve.
It's not like what I have in mind.
It's not Ryan's
question.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go hard scoop for sure. I would say hard scoop. That's very little thought.
I agree completely. Yeah, it's a hard scoop. I didn't think that one would be much of a discussion, but I did have the interesting part of it to me is that the cube next to me. I'm overhearing all this. I'm not partaking in any of this conversation at all. Okay, all but one of them were hating on soft serve. They were like, soft serve. I'm like, I've never seen anyone not like soft serve ice cream. I've never heard this be a thing. And there's 3 against one person who likes it. 3 of them being like, oh, yeah, soft serve sucks, man. I'm like, what? I've never even considered this.
You should have came to the aid of the one person.
I thought about it during the specific conversation.
Captain America.
These are the Western Virginia guys. Isn't everyone in Western Virginia related? I won't follow up that statement that I made last time. Okay, I guess it could have got me in trouble. So,
I can't remember.
I remember, but I can't remember. Record. If you like, it's on the episode. We made the episode. If someone wants to go find it, but okay.
Go ahead. Go diving.
Speaking of the episode, I figured the halfway point of this one's probably a good time to mention, if I'm not mistaken, sir, next freaking week, episode 50, bro.
50 episodes, bro.
We are going to recap the hottest and coldest and headacheiest takes.
Ooh, headacheiest. I like that, yeah.
We're going to hash out old arguments again. Not the world champions argument. I don't care. I don't care, sir. Okay. I don't care that you don't think your hockey team was world champions, because they are. Okay?
See right there? See how it says Stanley Cup champions?
You're going to say that. I saw that from a mile away, bro.
No, it should say world. Knock that off and put world on there. It's not good enough.
Okay. No, I don't see that. Can you point that out to me again? I'm not seeing what you're pointing to. I can't see it. Is that the headband, by the way, that I said looked like a billboard the first time?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a billboard at all to me. Maybe you were closer. I think you were a little closer on your camera to me at the time. Maybe it's big.
It's definitely I think
it's
unlike
long,
most of my other
tall.
headbands, like from top to bottom, that logo is on this headband. And normally, it's like the West Virginia's like in the middle or whatever. So yeah, that probably makes it seem like a lot bigger than the rest.
Well, it's looking good, bro. And I'm happy for you guys. I was pulling for you guys hard all playoffs, man. I was really hoping you would get to see your team win a title. So my team's not in it, so we're not for years. What?
So worried that we were going to pull off one of the biggest trick jobs in the history of
reverse swept. Gentlemen's reverse swept. We let you win the first three to be nice, and then we leaned forward.
Then we come, yeah. Now we're going to try.
Okay, well, I'm glad we agree on hard scoop versus soft serve, by the way. That's not. I didn't think you were going to disagree with me on this, but apparently there are some people who just very vehemently hate soft serve.
What was the tally marks roughly? Any idea what the votes were?
It was domination with the hard scoop. Yeah, it was domination. It was like.
Wonder who's making these. I like this guy, whoever's or girl. I like whoever's sitting in the office. I'm gonna make this.
If they stop, I will probably start. Because I like this.
Yeah,
this
honestly,
cool.
This has been started. I like it. Mm-hmm. Is it on a certain day of the week every time, or is it it last the whole week?
So when I came in last week, it was on Tuesday that I noticed it, or Thursday that I noticed it, because I only went in on Thursday last week. But apparently it had been up all week, because I saw it, and like I said, it had write-ins and all sorts of answers and comments. And one guy cheated here. Cancel these.
I love that. I love it. Somebody cheated. I love that person.
This week I saw it on Tuesday. So.
Okay, so maybe at the beginning of the week they're just putting it out for the rest of the weekly. Yeah,
I hope so. I hope they keep doing this.
Dude, this is the most random thing ever.
Okay.
I'll have to look back. God, I wish I could look back to my photos right now.
What?
Our freshman year in undergrad, me and our good friend Treads were rooming together.
Oh, that's somebody just on our show, floor. By the way. A good friend.
It's just our good friend. Somebody on our floor had a thing that could hold papers on the outside of their door. And they would just put they had Netflix and chill applications.
Oh my god.
This is a joke. It was put your name,
Tell me you did one as a girl, posing as a girl, right?
No. We did several. We took 8 forms. And for once a week, we did one as Barack Obama. We did one as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
We did I wish I could remember some of these things we wrote in for the answers we wrote in, because it was a standard what would you bring to a Netflix and chill party, what food would you bring, what snack would you bring, whatever. We would put pizza for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, whatever. We wrote cowabunga as many times as we could. That would make sense. There's what
would you bring? Cowabunga.
Stuff. It was,
what's your favorite movie?
It was just so stupid like that. God, I wish I could remember more. I don't even know how I got that from you talking about the tally thing, but that's
you know what trips me out, by the way? It's not really tripping me out. You're 2 years older than me, graduated 2 years before me, right? I vividly remember getting back to school my junior year of high school, which would be your freshman year of undergrad, and Netflix and chill being the joke for a few weeks. So, timing of you saying that, I was like, you said freshman year? I was like, oh, dude, yeah. I remember when that was big. I can, picture it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah. It is.
God, man.
That was one of the memes of that year, of that time. Netflix and chill.
I still think, is there a meme that, I'm not saying this is the funniest meme of all time, but is there a meme that you look back on and you're like, this is the meme that got me the most? I had the strongest reactions to this meme, positive reactions, that is. I guess I'm essentially saying this meme made me laugh the most, because I'll give you my answer. I'm not saying it's the best meme of all time. I'm not, okay?
Okay.
Be very clear. best versus favorite, two different things. I don't even know if it's my favorite, but this meme for a solid week, especially that first night, it was hours of scrolling every time I saw it, dying, uncontrollably laughing. The John Cena meme. God, it was out of nowhere. And it went from, I saw it, John Cena, dude. It was out of nowhere at random times, right?
Oh, it was just, okay, yes, okay.
So, and like the editing on this was really funny, right? Stuff with like Jesus Christ, that's John Cena, dude. It's like Jason Bourne, right? Like, oh, my date's here. And like, if talking to a friend, we're like, that's John Cena.
It would come in, yeah.
It went from like the day before and every other day of my existence, that had never been a thing, to I got on one night and about 20 scrolls in a row out of nowhere. That was every single post. Everyone caught on all at one time. And I was like, what is this? What is this? What's going on right now? Why is this a thing? But it was so good.
That's fair.
God is so good, man. God.
A random one that's nothing compared to that, like overall. Like the Vine bruh sound.
Really?
A good bruh still gets me. It's one of my favorite sound effects of all time. If it's used right, bruh, I don't know why.
Really?
It's so stupid.
That is stupid. That's funny.
I admit it's stupid, but man, if it's used right, it gets me.
I'm talking about just saying John Cena and then like showing a John Cena highlight clip. It's not fancy.
It's an art form, memes. It's an art form.
Something that still gets me as well is this is a TikTok trend. The best version of it I saw was just a mess of a meme, but I like the womp sound. Not the thwomp sound. The womp sound. From Mario 64. That was a random meme. It was just at random points. Right?
That's a good little sound effect. I thought you were talking about the sound that people do, the womp sound that people do from a SpongeBob, where it's like, womp.
No. Womp from
that's becoming a meme, like in TikToks, I guess something perfectly falls over. Ooh, womp.
I do also like one eye open when I'm sleeping.
Yeah, one eye.
The biggest mess of a video ever I saw had both of those in it, both of the ones that I like, and it said it was a guy dancing, so he's doing like whatever dance. He's like, one eye open when I'm sleeping. He said,
whenever memes like combine and they make like a hybrid meme. If you don't know what's coming, like it's always unexpected. That is great.
And that definitely had the excuse my mom's laugh in it. Rah! You know that?
Yes. There's so many small ones like that. Yeah, there's so many like, small ones like that, like bruh.
It's too much.
And
to
then
keep
there's
up
so
with.
many. Yeah.
By far, best meme of last year. I don't know what the best meme of this year is. Best meme of last year was the Titan submarine. Let's just be very clear here. That was the meme of the decade probably so far.
I am under the water. Please help me. That was great. We all were on that, dude.
We what?
We were all, like the whole world was invested.
We all decided, like, you know what's funny? Death. You know?
Yeah. Oh, well, a billionaire, so.
Not all of them, though. So the one dude that just, like, paid for his kid to go, God, I hate that, man. That sucks.
We had the discussion. We had friends over last week, and we got talking about this. I can't remember how. Oh, it was because wasn't it like 1 year ago? It was like 1 year ago, like this last week, I think, or something. That happened.
Now someone's doing it again.
Yeah. So we started talking about it, and I asked them the same question that I asked you. In the hidden, perhaps will never see the light of day, unaired pilot of Headaches and Hot Takes.
Still have it.
Where I said, if you're in that capsule. And they're like, bro, we got 70 hours of air for all 5 of us. I'd be like, 5 of us? You mean 2 of us? And it'd be over. Like, it would be over for those
about 14 hours per person, which means every person I kill is 14 more hours of air divided among everyone else.
Yeah.
I think
so. If I'm the father with my son on that boat, sorry, other people, but I'm gonna have as much oxygen.
You're probably cooked, bro, and I'm probably gonna ambush you. Like, what? You're in a separate compartment too, and it's gonna be like quick. You gotta be quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not gonna see it. Yeah.
We don't have to talk about this. We already talked about it almost a year ago.
Almost a year ago. That's insane.
So,
how far we feel?
The one of that too with Beetlejuice, right? They're like, when I get caught trying to discuss with my son how to murder the other people, what are you doing? Me? Nothing.
Just hanging
Just
around.
hanging around. Love that.
Love Beetlejuice.
He's so funny. Just hanging around.
Spell red. Red. Lster.
If you dig a hole 2 feet deep, how deep is that hole? At least 30 feet.
Like 20 feet.
Or whatever it is.
That's great. He says it so fast. Probably 20 feet. like he's so sure about it. God. I love it.
Yeah. What does he have? Do you know? What's wrong with him?
I don't know if it. I honestly don't know if he has. I don't know if he has anything. I always thought he was just like a little funky, and he just acts to make it. Like,
he's got something.
It's part of the act.
Hey, slap nuts. What'd you call me? Slap nuts. Slap nuts. Yeah, slap nuts. He hits him with a guitar. He hits Beetlejuice with
It's obliterated. Yeah.
Yeah. God.
What does that mean?
All of this to say. No, I'm just kidding. There's nothing to say there. I do have one thing I wanted to bring up that is a hot button topic right now. I don't know by the time this airs, because we're actually a little ahead for once. I don't know if by the time this airs, this is going to be a hot button topic anymore. Real quick, I want to have this debate with you. I think you're going to be on the opposite side. I'd like to hear your points and see if one of us can't change the other's mind. Okay?
Okay.
Bronny James to the Lakers. Give me your thoughts.
Okay. I'm going to summarize my thoughts first by saying I don't know enough about Bronny.
Appreciate it. Yep.
Yeah, I might say something you'd be like, that's not true. And I'll be like, okay.
Let me tell you one thing before you get started. Real quick. Legit.
Uh-huh.
He was ranked as high as 45th on some people's draft boards. Some people had him as low as 70th. There's only 60 picks.
Right.
So do with that what you will as you say this.
From what I've seen / heard, apparently he averaged like 4 points a game last year, which I'm not saying is abysmal, but I definitely don't think like whoever had him like going high is kind of stupid. I think
45's not high, what it's worth. Not in the NBA draft. In the NFL draft, 45th, it's like, yeah, that guy might be great next year. That guy might be impactful. Not in the NBA draft.
Okay. So is it almost, from my point of view, is it like 80% like LeBron wanted him / the Lakers wanted to lock down LeBron? Yes, I think that's what it is. Do I care? Not really.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, that's a fine point. That's a fine point. I don't like when people are saying he's only in the NBA because of his son. That's not true. Even if he only got drafted or he's only in the NBA because of his dad. That's not true. He only got drafted because of his dad. That might be true, but let's not forget he was projected as a late first-round pick. Like, I saw him roughly 22nd to 26th a lot of the time going in, like, after last draft, okay? But then he had a heart attack. His whole season got derailed. He didn't play for part of the season. When he did, it was limited, and he just wasn't what we expected because he had a heart attack, in my opinion.
Yeah,
now, that being said,
heart attack?
You didn't know that?
As a 20-something-year-old?
His heart straight up stopped, yeah. Sudden acute cardiac arrest, bro, last year.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they lost his heartbeat for a little bit. Yeah.
Gosh. Okay.
Scary, bro. Out of practice. Yeah, he like collapsed.
Man.
Yeah.
I don't know how I didn't hear about that. That's crazy.
It potentially still could be what ultimately derailed his basketball career because he was a top prospect in his class. He showed out in the McDonald's All-America game and was like the third or fourth best player there. That's the thing, McDonald's All-America game. You know about that?
No, it's funny. It's just like I showed out in the McDonald's All-American games. Like that's the most American thing ever.
It's a big thing, dude.
It should be called the McDonald's All-American game.
It's a huge thing when you're a McDonald's All-American in basketball. That's what you want to be. Yeah.
I'd rather be an Arby's.
Arby's. But
have you seen? I keep on bringing that up because have you seen that TikTok of the people at the wedding party? They were filming themselves dancing, and for some reason, like TikTok just threw the Arby's audio on it. Apparently, allegedly, this all happened. So like, it's like footage of like they had their phone like propped up on one of the tables, and it's just like a group of 4 people over there like dancing, whatever. Like having a great time at a wedding, and in the background, very faintly, because it's so loud in there, you hear Arby's. We have the meats. I thought it was hilarious. Whether it's real or not, it is funny because people had a wedding dancing. Arby's. We have the meats. It's great. That's why I keep saying it. I think it's hilarious.
For some reason, I'd never realized this until now. Do you remember that meme I sent you when Fortnite had that Greek god season, which was just last season? But Aries.
Aries!
Arby's. Aries. That's like the same thing.
I need that. Yeah.
God, I don't know. I keep thinking about that. That meme was so good. Of Kratos showing up to fight Ares, because the first time he goes, Ares, and he immediately dives upon him. She goes, Ares. Yeah, so good.
What would you have me say, Faye?
What are we talking about? LeBron James Jr. So funny. That meme, another meme about it, by the way. Have you ever seen that one? It's like 6 or 7 years old. They're like, LeBron James Jr. won't go by his father's name. He doesn't want people to know who he is. And someone was like, and introducing a point guard, LeBron James Jr. And someone in the crowd said, yo, who the F is that?
Yo, it's like how
LeBron's kid.
What's his name? What's his name? Manning didn't want to be. Yeah, he didn't. What was it? Like he didn't want to be in college football 25. It was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to use the Texas starting quarterback.
He opted out. He opted out. He's not in it.
He wanted to focus on football. You're second string, bro. What is happening?
You have to. If it's like it used to be, I can't say that it's like this now. So don't quote me. It's one of two ways. I know for sure in Madden, back in the day, if you're an NFL player, did you ever have any players? I know you weren't big on Madden, but hear me out. You'd have a random player on their team who was just halfback number 24, and like everybody else, like naming old Dolphins, like there's Jay Fiedler, right? Like there's Patrick Surtain. Here's Vicky Williams, wide receiver number 82. Like what?
That's funny.
They signed to opt out of having their likeness in the game. Michael Jordan did this with NBA Jam. So if you ever play NBA Jam, Michael Jordan's not in it, Shaq's not in it, because they didn't want to be in it. They can make more money elsewhere off their likenesses thing. They don't like.
But why not?
As a big name, and this is what Arch Manning is doing too. Don't let anybody fool you. They don't like that, especially in Madden, right? You know, undrafted free agent, 52 overall over there, isn't even on a team, gets the same amount of money to be in the game as Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, now the Patrick Mahomes of the world. They're like, now Patrick Mahomes isn't one who's opted out or anything, obviously. But all that to say, Shaq and MJ back in the 90s were both like, you're not going to pay me the same as, you know, there was a guy on the Lakers named Eldon Campbell. I know you ain't heard of freaking Eldon Campbell, all right?
Yeah.
I know for a fact you haven't. Like, you ain't about to pay me the same as Eldon Campbell, all right? No disrespect to Eldon Campbell. But they're like, you ain't gonna pay me the same as them. But they're like, it's a flat rate, dude. We're not gonna negotiate on a per player basis. We'd be weeks, and it would cost so much more to make. So like, I ain't gonna be in the game then. So it used to be in Madden though, you had to sign to not be in it. You had to choose to not be in it. Interestingly enough, Bill Belichick always not in it. That was the whole thing, right? Chad Masters. That ended up being his name in it year after year after year. It was Chad Masters eventually, right? In the old days, it was just NE coach. Now it's Chad Masters. He didn't sign the waiver in time one year. So he ended up in the game against us well. Funny. Same with the legendary Washington Redskins safety, RIP, to both of those things. Sean Taylor. RIP to both. Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor was never in the game. He was always free safety number 21. 1 year, he didn't sign it on time.
That's funny. They're like,
I think it was Sean Taylor. It might have been LeVar Arrington, but I think it was Sean Taylor. Keep going.
That's just funny. Like, well, you missed it, buddy. Now you're in. Like, no,
I didn't want to be in. I didn't want to get the base $50,000. Or it's not that much.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, why not do it? Why not? Like, come on.
It's either $500 or $1,000 per college player. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I on one end, I kind of get the like, I don't want to get the same as bench rider over here, but still to say I don't want your $20,000. Shut up.
As an NFL player, whatever it is,
yeah. Game. Yeah, like come on.
And you see your free copies of the game too, which I mean that's nothing to an NFL player. $60, right? But it's like, you know, you get the whole experience or whatever, right? I
saw
I don't know. Keep going.
I saw a thing. I can't remember the audio exactly. It's from Family Guy. He's at a movie rental place and he's renting a movie and they're trying to say, "Oh, you rent this? I'll throw this in for free."
Yeah. I saw it.
He's like, "I'll throw this."
I don't want it.
Yeah, I do not want it. But it was like apparently you can combine College Football 25 with Madden 25. That's what somebody was doing. They were like, "Congrats!" Like, take Madden 2. He's like, "I don't want it." It was like, but it's literally like a bundle. Like it was like, I do not want that. I want College Football 25.
He goes, I'm gonna put it in there. He goes, so help me God, if that so much as touches my movie, whatever he is. What does he say he's gonna do?
I can't remember. I can't remember the full thing. I wish I did.
Something funny.
Yeah, he threatens.
No thanks, I'm good. Yeah. But it's free. I don't want it. I'm just gonna put it in the bag. So he goes, so help me God, if that so much as touches my movie.
Yeah. I am glad that people are at least that aware that hopefully college football is.
I won't get it this year.
Bounds.
I'm gonna get college football, but I'm not getting Madden this year more than likely.
Okay.
Now, if all the friends again this year are like, hey, let's do a season again. And we can actually make sure all of us can play, by the way. Like, half of us couldn't play the season last year because it was like online. And it's like, no, only certain modes have crossplay. Why?
Because it was a 2023 game without crossplay.
Selective crossplay, which is almost worse.
Yeah.
That's almost worse. So,
all this to say, what's your opinion on what's your overall opinion on Bronny in the NBA? What do you think?
I'm gonna go back to Arch Manning before I get to that, but I like all of the Mannings. Peyton Manning. I think still to this day, I would call Peyton Manning my all-time personal favorite NFL player. Right?
Okay.
I love Joe Burrow. I love Jamar Chase. I love the Bengals. Obviously, I didn't grow up a Bengals fan, so I don't have a childhood Bengal or whatever. And I never had a childhood Redskin. I have my favorite old Redskins players, but I always like Peyton Manning more. Always. Because we sucked as a kid, right?
Yeah.
I loved Peyton Manning. Wasn't a Colts fan. So I love the Mannings. I can't stand Arch Manning for that. Specifically, not because he opted out. Okay, opt out. Don't opt out and then have a freaking press release come out to say, we opted out of this game because we didn't want the distraction. We want to focus on football. So we made a press release to tell you that we're not going to be in this instead of just not doing it. Dude, speak what it is. You didn't want to, A, be rated less than Quinn Ewers in the game, cover athlete, starter over you again, my brother in Christ. You still ain't starting, and you're the highest touted quarterback prospect of this decade. And B, you didn't want to get paid the same as everyone, and technically speaking, less than Quinn Ewers, because he's on the cover. They got more to be on the cover. Say, don't give me this bullcrap and insult my intelligence. We didn't want the distraction. You don't want the distraction, moron!
Dude, what you're talking about is perfect. South Park did a little clip perfectly. It was, what's her name? Prince Meghan and
Meghan Markle and Harry.
Yeah, those people. Like how they would write books about how they didn't want attention. You're writing a book and having a press conference about your book of how you don't want attention. And South Park did like they came out like on a show. They come out as guests on a talk show with picket signs that say like "Leave us alone." That's basically what they're doing. And then he's like that. The host is like, you don't want any attention, so you've decided to write books and do a press conference, and you've written all about it in your new book titled "Wah." And it's great. That sounds like exactly what what's his name's doing. Yeah. I don't want attention, so I'm gonna draw attention to myself.
Yeah, and I think his agent released it. Can you have agents in college now with NIL? I guess you can, huh? I think it was his agent that released it. We opted out because we want to focus on football and we don't want the distraction. Mm-hmm. Okay. Have fun, buddy.
Wow.
So my thing on Bronny James is it's fine. He's not going to play. Can you name me? I read the list of the last 10 number 55 overall picks. I knew one of the 10. And it's because of what they did in college. It has nothing to do with their pro. The guy who went before Bronny James played in Australia last year professionally, okay? And averaged 4 points in that league. And went before Bronny James. Not a peep. Because you all hate LeBron James. You hate that he is powerful and influential. He is. There's no denying he is powerful and influential in the NBA, okay? You hate the idea that he might have said, because this is, you have to frame it a certain way for it to be allowed within the rules, that he might have said, if Bronny's sitting there at 55 and you guys bring him in, just saying it'd be no-brainers for me to sign that extension or come back this year, just so you know. I'm not saying for sure, but if he's there, whatever. You don't have to, but if he's there and you take him at 55, bro, it's a no-brainer. I'm going to re-sign. You know what I'm saying? You hate that he might have done that and that it would have worked because it's LeBron James and we got nothing else going for us over in Lakerville. So I love Anthony Davis, but we can't build a team around him. So if LeBron's like, hey, just draft my son with the 55th overall non-influential pick that is going to have no bearing on this franchise because people taken in the 50s of the NBA draft turn out to be players who get regular minutes like once a decade, bro. Okay? Isaiah Thomas is the one, and he was a fluke story who had like 2 good seasons. You're all just hating. It's fine. It is what it is. And it's a cool story, bro. Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. played on the same team, bro. That's cool. That's really cool. It's wild to see photos of LeBron James clinching a spot in the NBA Finals as a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers, holding his toddler son. And they're teammates now. It's an interesting story, if nothing else. Bronny James is not going to be getting 40 minutes a game in the NBA playoffs next year for the Los Angeles Lakers if we even make it there. Okay? Chill. You know how many minutes per game the Lakers' second-round pick from last year, if they even had one, averaged? I can confidently – I don't even know if we had a second-round pick last year. You know how many minutes per game their first-round pick averaged? That much I can tell you. I think he ended the season averaging like 1.5 minutes a game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He's not going to play, bro. Chill. It's not a big deal. So just chill out. I'm going to get this right, by the way, because I want to for sure get that. I did get it right. I said 1.5 minutes. It was he had 21 minutes on the season. So,
gosh.
Yeah. No, 5 minutes on the season. 5 minutes on the season. The first round pick from the Lakers last year did. He sucked.
That's nothing. He might as well not have been out there.
Yeah, 5 minutes on the season. AKA, we're up 20, go in, or we're down 20, go in.
Yeah.
So Bronny got picked a full round later than that. He's not going to play, bro. It's fine.
I guess that's my overall opinion on it from my point of view is if you genuinely think like, yep, they picked Bronny because he's going to be good and he's going to go out there and him and his dad going to be alley-ooping each other. Yeah, that's not going to happen. No. I think they more or less they knew whoever took Bronny was probably going to get LeBron as well. Yeah. So if you already got him, and it's a waste of a pick almost always anyway, pick him up, secure LeBron for a little bit longer, and there you go. I think it is what it is.
A la Arch Manning, by the way, and this is not 100% the same thing, but it is just people lying to us and insulting our intelligence, okay? All you've heard from LeBron James and his agent Rich Paul, both of whom I really like, okay? It's no secret. Both of them. I like both of them. I like LeBron and Adele's boyfriend. All you've heard from the past, 5 seasons, I want to play with my son. I want to play with my son. And back then it was, I want to last in the league long enough to play with my son. When it became obvious over the past 2 to 3 seasons. Yeah, right? Exactly. Over the past 2 to 3 seasons, when it was obvious, he still averages 26 a game. He's not going anywhere, bro. My guy's definitely going to be playing. Yeah. Yep. It became a matter of, I want to align myself contractually to be able to play with my son. AKA, I'm going to go whoever picks my son. As would
any father in America. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Which, I think if I was a son, I probably wouldn't want to. Does he want to play with his dad? He's already named LeBron James Jr. He ain't escaping that. That's a different discussion.
Yeah.
But back then, when these discussions were being had, he was projected a first-round pick. He was a top 10 player in his graduating class for a long time. Okay, we all thought he's going to go to 1 year of college and then be a lottery pick in the NBA. Okay? Keep that in mind. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because over the past few months, right, it's obvious, okay, Bronny's a fringe draft pick entirely. We don't know yet. He's ranked as low as 70th, 72nd on some people's draft boards, which means you're not getting drafted. This all means, especially if a team takes him late, say you have the last pick in the draft and he's not there, you mean to tell me I can draft LeBron James Sr. with the last pick in the draft? Huh. Interesting, huh? They started walking it back. He's not dead set on playing with his son. No, he doesn't. He's not. He's going to think about himself. He's going to do what's best for him. No, whoever gets his son, it's not a guarantee he's going to go there. He's telling teams he wants it to be known. Don't draft Bronny expecting him to sign there. I'm not stupid, bro. Okay? We're not dumb. You realize, it's kind of obvious that I have to go whoever drafts my son because I've said for the past 5 years I'm going to go whoever drafts my son. I don't want to be on the Utah Jazz. You know,
Give me back my son.
What'd you say?
Yeah. Give me back my son.
Get out of my wife. Ike from Smash.
We like Ike.
That's all I have to say about that. Do you have anything else you'd like to say? We are dangerously close to skipping a whole designated segment of the show right now. And we need to do it because, things we kind of have in mind for the future of the show. We need to do it this week.
Yeah, I don't think this lasts very long. It's more of a quick rant that I'm sure you could have a quick rant about as well. Just the car buying process. Why is it
Headache of the week,
hell?
yes.
Why is it hell? What are we doing? I honestly hate dealerships. I can't stand dealerships.
It's the closest thing to a cult that we just accept. They're all cult members.
Yeah. You look on a dealership right now at a brand new car. This was really big when the Ford Broncos came out after so long. MSRP $60,000, dealer markup $30,000. Just because they have one and they're like, we know we're going to sell it, so we want $30,000 more for it. It's
want a Bronco?
The definition. No,
okay.
It's the do I own or want?
Want.
I think they look nice. I wouldn't drop that money on them.
Yeah.
It is the definition of corporate greed, bro. Every dealership, every single one. It's disgusting. Seguin Chevrolet in Seguin, Texas. If you're listening, I hope this gets around. I hope this gets around to Seguin Chevrolet. We're there.
Never heard of Seguin.
We're looking at possibly trading in my wife's car to 2-row SUV to get a 3-row SUV. We've got now soon to be a family. We're about to have 2 kids. We've got 2 decently large dogs.
Congratulations! First time you said that on the podcast. Congratulations.
I think it is. Yeah, that's right.
It's the first time you said it on the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. So the family's getting bigger. Her car is old as it is. So we're like, yeah, we might trade it in. So we're looking at a Chevy Traverse at this Seguin Chevrolet. And of course, the one we wanted to test drive wasn't there. The owner was driving it. The owner of the dealership. We were like, okay.
What?
So they showed us, other ones. They were like, here's some other ones. They had some on the lot that literally they weren't charged. The battery, they had no charge. They had manually operate the lift gate and stuff, which obviously you don't do that on a new car. They're all automatic and stuff. So first off, I'm like, and the salesman's like, yeah, these are selling like hotcakes. These are selling like hotcakes. Then why do you have 8? They're selling like hotcakes. They're selling like hotcakes. Then why do you have 8 sitting on the lot without a battery charged in it? What's the thought process here, Seguin Chevrolet? What is the thought process? So he says, the salesman is like, well, if you're really interested in that one specific trim level that we only have one of, that my boss is currently driving, he does want to, they never drive him that long. He was like, I'll see if he would be willing to cut y'all a deal on it. Because he said he'd already put 4,000 miles on it. It's a brand new car.
What?
4,000 miles.
And he's going to sell it as new?
We said, yeah, he's already put 4,000 miles on it. Yeah, if he could, if he'd be interested in cutting us a little bit of a deal, yeah, we'll hear him out. He comes back almost immediately from the sales guys. He says, yeah, first off, the guy's going to have it for another 3 weeks. It's okay.
Why does he just know that?
I don't know.
How is this legal?
And he said, and whenever he does bring it back, we're going to charge MSRP for it. Bro, what happens the moment I drive a car off a lot? $10,000 off the cost? Depreciated right there? Yeah. What are we doing? And this man, it's going to need an oil change by the time this first person gets it.
Can I take a car with 0 on the odometer? And literally the rule is, second it's off the lot. And it's one of those UE entrances, right? So I go out, I turn around, I change my mind. Okay, we'll buy it back from you. It's used now.
Yep.
4,000 miles at least?
It's stupid, dude. At least. And then he's going to have it for 3 more weeks. If he's only had it.
You should have left the dealership. You should have left.
Oh, we did.
Did you?
We did.
You should have just left
we said, okay, well,
business.
We're out. Yeah. Obviously, it wasn't the salesman himself's fault. I blame that guy for being an absolute idiot. And the fact of the matter is, unfortunately, they probably will get some sucker who is going to buy a car that needs an oil change by the time he gets it as brand new. Somebody will. Because it's going to need its tires rotated. It's going to need its tires rotated by the time somebody gets it, and they're going to call it new. That's insane to me. Seguin Chevrolet, you suck. You 1,000% lost a sale. I promise I'm going to tell everyone around here that Seguin Chevrolet sucks. It's so stupid. It is so stupid.
Remember that car that was posted where the Blockbuster used to be and is now Med Express in Beckley? It was sat out there for like a year. LNS Toyota, lies, cheats,
screwed me over. Yeah. It's the dedication.
It was there for like a year, bro.
Yeah.
It's a busy parking lot. One of the busiest parts of the whole town. LNS Toyota, lies, cheats, and crooks. I don't know what happened. No clue.
Don't either.
I imagine his car died on him, and they're not willing to help.
Yeah.
But that's just what I think of when you talk Seguin Chevrolet. I'm like, LNS Toyota.
Dude, I'm telling you, I hope if you don't, I will. I'm gonna cut down a little segment of that and then make a little TikTok of it. I don't know if they have a TikTok, but they will be tagged Seguin Chevrolet.
At Seguin Chevrolet.
At Seguin Chevrolet, you lost a sale, 1,000%. That will never be back. We'll never recommend. You're idiots, absolute idiots.
Okay, that's what you do, bro.
Yeah.
Salesman was kind of cool though, right? Yeah, salesman was fine.
Oh, nothing against the salesman. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nothing. Everything against the guy who's going to put 5,000 miles on a brand new car and then still sell it as a brand new car. Screw you. That's insane.
Yeah. It reminds me of Matilda with the dad. It was a stereotypical used car salesman using the drill to reverse the odometer. It's all digital now, but
Yeah.
as a kid, I was like, "Dang, that's so smart." It's so
Like
terrible. I'm like, "That's so smart."
We'll drive home backwards. It worked. I know. It worked for convincing Cameron to let him take the car.
Yeah.
It didn't work overall, and that's why the car ended up off the cliff.
Totally agree. I had a funny experience. And I'll be brief as I can. You know me, I'm a long-winded guy. I'll be brief as I can. I had a funny experience buying my car last year. It's been about a year at this point. It was used, of course. It's 2020 Chevy Impala. For the better part of an hour, they were going back and forth, going into like, I don't even know what you call it. I don't think it's a bullpen. The bullpen was where we were. Like, that's where all the cubes are. But it's like, there's this office where the guy who runs all the numbers is, and then like his boss too. They're all in like one office, right?
Yeah.
One office area that's like closed off to the rest of us. We can see over there, right? For the better part of an hour, it started with our salesman being like, so we have this car. We think it's a good fit. 2020 Chevy Impala. I think it had like, I don't want to misquote, but I think it only had like 50,000 miles. We're like, cool, that's nothing, whatever, right? They're like, Carfax shows 0 issues. We're trying to get rid of as many used cars as we can this month, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Typical salesman stuff. But none of it sounded bad or fishy, right?
Okay.
And they gave us this deal, and I can't even remember the specifics. I don't remember the specifics of anything besides what I pay a month, so forgive me. But they gave us the specifics. We were like, oh, God, no, I'm not going to do that today. I told you this 2 hours ago, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, okay. He's like, why don't we just go take a look at it? I'm like, whatever. Okay, I go take a look. He's like, so? I'm like, no.
Looking at it, I'm not like, wow.
Yeah. On paper, I don't really care about this car. Not that I know that it's an actual car. God, I'll take it.
Now that I see it.
God, I'll take it.
Irresistible.
No. You know me, dude. I'm like, no. What do you mean? No.
It's stupid. Yeah.
He's like, okay, let me go see if we can do better, okay? Comes back. It's like $50 off a month. Only like $3,000 down today. This much total. I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted to do today. No, I'd rather leave and go elsewhere or do something else, right? This was our last option with this dealership, too. We were like, We didn't know if they were going to have anything for us, but they were going to give us the most for our last car. That's why we wanted to make something work for the on-paper trade-in.
Right.
Whatever. He goes back again immediately. I'm like, no. He's like, I got you this. No. He like immediately goes right back. Okay. He says he really wants to sell you this car. We really want you to take it, which again would be a red flag, but it's been a great car. And again, the Carfax showed 0 issues at all. Everything was great about it. Seemed great about it, right? He's like, we really want to sell this car because we have 2 days left in the month. We're trying to set our dealership record for most used car sales, and then we're all going to get like a huge bonus if we do. So like we're trying to every used car we can, whatever. Will you take this? No. I told you when I got here, this is what we're looking to do. This is not what we were looking to do. Okay?
So, yep.
This time he comes back again. He goes back again. Back again. This time he comes back with the guy who's like the owner's son, right?
That's when you know you're hitting like rock bottom with him. Like, this is as low as we can go.
He comes back again. He's like, hey, dude, he just want to let you know, whatever. He's like, he's talking me up, whatever. He's like, so here's what I've got. And it is, at this point, a substantially better deal than the first place. It is like a mind-blowingly better deal than the first place. It's still more than I wanted to pay, dude. I'm like, I have a line. Here's what I want to pay. Here's what I can pay. It's at neither of those lines.
Right.
Bottom line is this. And after this time, this is literally like the fourth different offer I've had to take this car. He's like, what is your like top dollar, most you'd be willing to have on your monthly payment, whatever? I'm like, what's this? This is the most I'd be willing to do. He's like, okay. He's like, give me a minute. I'll be right back. He's like 25 minutes at this point. Longer, like way longer than he's been, right? He's like, okay, this is our final and best. I absolutely cannot go lower. $0 down today. You don't pay a payment for 3 months. Your monthly payment, though, is going to be like $40 higher a month than what you said. We thought about it for like 45 minutes. I called my father-in-law because that's what you do when you have a car question, right? You're like, I got to call someone. I got to call someone who knows cars. I don't know cars. I called him.
Confirm.
He's like, it's a good car, man. He's like, I don't know if it seems good and you can afford it. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. And I did at that point. I guess at that point you could say I was getting greedy. I was like, can't go down even a little more in the monthly payment. And they're like, nah, that's definitely our best. I was like, all right, we'll take it. I got like hundreds off a month, $0 down, no payment for months. I don't get deals like this. That stuff doesn't happen to me. So I'm like, I had the total opposite dealer experience that you had the last time. For what it's worth.
Yeah. It sounds like it. Yeah. They are. You just got to fight for it. I mean, most of the time they will come back and they'll run back there to the finance team 20 laps if that's what it takes if they're going to sell that car eventually.
I wasn't trying to do that. I was serious. We want to save this car. No. You want to pay this much? No. Okay, we'll take some off. Then what? No. Maybe it's because I was being so stone cold about it. No.
Yeah.
I wasn't being rude or douchey. I was like, no.
Right.
It wasn't even like a maybe, because then they get in the minds, okay, let's go a little bit down, and now we'll get him. We'll go a little bit off the one he's contemplating, then we'll take it. I was like, no.
Yeah. Being the stone cold, that would help, yeah.
Had to help.
And that's the bottom line.
Because Cold Stone Creamery said so.
Cold Stone.
Mike Tyson called him Cold Stone in the promo leading up to WrestleMania when he was the guest enforcer for the match.
Oh, my God.
I love Cold Stone. He's my man, he said.
That 6'5", 500 pounds, some Bowser kidnapped the dang princess and locked everybody in paintings. So what I need you to do is take your butt inside those paintings and recover the stars, a little bit of jumping. What? A little bit of punching. What? And a little bit of butt whooping. What? To save Princess Peach. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Toad says
Stone Toad, yeah.
I love that so much. Inside those paintings.
Have you seen... It's such a genuine accent, too. He's from Texas, bro.
It's good, yeah.
Have you seen his posts he's been making lately about Poncho, the cat?
No.
Yeah, he had a cat choose him. He won the cat lottery. A little kid chose him. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. A cat chose him to be his owner. Just started showing up on his ranch. He's like, guess I have a cat now. That's how that goes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's the funniest thing. It's as funny as you would imagine someone 5 years ago being like, imagine Stone Cold Steve Austin owning a cat. LOL. Those interactions would be so great. They're hilarious. So it's funny.
Find these, yeah. Okay.
That's it for me. Anything else from the herniator tonight, sir? Frio y listo.
That's the bottom line.
Mixed-handed, hot-handed, Johnny Cool Hand Man. That's you.
That's all, pal. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, in that case, hooray.
Boobies.
You're stupid, bro.